We are back live at Oakhurst Park for the second of our doubleheader. Scotties of Agnes Scott got their first win of the season with a 14-2 win in today's first ball game, and trying to finish off with another one here in the second. In that win by the Scotties early on, it's an incredible job from the plate. 25 at-bats. They came away with 13 hits in that ball game. Obviously 14 runs batted in, 3 base on balls, only 3 strikeouts, and then left 4 on base. For the Tigers of Sewanee, they came to the plate 15 times, 2 runs for them, had 4 hits throughout that in that first ball game. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Reagan Hutto, the winner for the Scotties of Agnes Scott, got her first win of the season. And we get set for the second ball game between these clubs. And on the mound for the Scotties in the second ball game, it's going to be junior Taylor Yates from Yakima, Washington. She'll have the softball, and getting set to pitch to Eve Borneus to get us going in the second of 2 this afternoon. Glad you could join us on the Scotties Sports Network. Charles Ward here with the play-by-play story, and we are underway. Shot out the right field. Gilbert's got to track it. She's on line and grabs it for the Scotties for out number 1. Well struck ball by Borneus, but Gilbert right in the line on that one to make the catch for Agnes Scott. For the Tigers, it'll be Borneus leading it off. She does. Sam Dean's getting it set to go into the box now. Perry Presswood, Sarah Wright, Michaela Walker, Maggie Willis, Gina Spear starting as the designated players. Zoe Crockett, Hannah Jadicki, and Kendall Goodrums be on the mound for the Tigers of Sewanee, as Sam Dean steps into the box now for the University of the South. Bounces one to third base, fielded, fired across the diamond, and got her. Good play there by Kylie Thomas on the field and throw for the Scotties. Thomas, the first-year player from Clarksville, Georgia, with a nice defensive play on that catch and throw across the diamond. Perry Presswood scored one of the 2 runs by the Tigers in that first ball game with her first inning homer in the first contest. Yates with the pitch. Change up, but it's out of the strike zone. Yates, the junior, her 3rd appearance for the Scotties on the season. Starting with an ERA of, really has no ERA, just came in a couple of ball games for the Scotties during the course of the season. Innings pitched, 6.2 innings. It's given up 6 hits. No walks. And teams are batting .222 against Yates. Presswood, the senior, chops on it and knocks it foul down the down the first base sideline. So that'll make it 3-1 on the count. Defensively for the Scotties, it's Yates on the mound, Fitzgerald behind the plate, Kylie Thomas at third. Just made a fine play across the diamond. Colleen Thorson at short, Emma Thomas at second, and Tori Kimbrell starting at first base. This one shot right back to the mound, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Yates and the Scotties. So the Tigers go 1-2-3, and the Scotties are coming up. Back live at Old Turquoise Park in Decatur, Georgia, getting set for the second half. Bottom of the first inning here for the Scotties coming to the plate. 1, 2, 3. First inning for Taylor Yates and the Scotties defensively. And coming up for the Scotties, the lineup will be Kate Fernandez batting first. Kristen Gilbert made a fine play out in right field. She'll bat second. Kaylee Fitzgerald from behind the plate. She will bat the third position. Kylie Thomas bats fourth. Michaela Daly, designated player, she will bat fifth. Then Colleen Thorsten, the shortstop, will bat sixth. Then Emma Thomas at second base, she will bat seventh. Mercedes Barker, the left fielder, bats eighth. And Tori Kimbrough, first baseman, will bat in the ninth spot. So Fernandez steps in and takes the first pitch for a ball. Fernandez, one of the big four for the Scotties in that first win of the season. Fernandez, 3 of 3 for the Scotties in that first contest. Mercedes Barker, 3 of 3. She drove in 3 runs. Janie Howington, 2 of 2 in that ball game, and she drove in. She had a home run in that ball game, her first of the season. So Fernandez retired, and here comes Gilbert. Gilbert chops on it left side, and that one's going to get through for a base hit. She was trying to do that throughout the entire first ball game of our doubleheader, and gets one down there and dribbles it past the first baseman, and she's aboard. Gilbert with 1 hit in the first contest. She's on at first base, and a strike called on Kaylee Fitzgerald. Goodrum, the pitcher for the Tigers. She's 0-1 on the season. This is her 5th appearance for them. ERA of 8.75. That one in the dirt. Gilbert swipes second easily. So Gilbert comes away with the steal there. She's 5 of 5 on the campaign in stolen base attempts for her. 1-1 count on Fitzgerald. Swatted out the left field, down in that corner deep. And she goes deep with the home run. It stays foul, and the Scotties notch 2 early in this softball game. So Fitzgerald with her first knocker of the season, took it deep left field. She drives in Gilbert and herself, so 2 RBI for her. And the Scotties take a 2-0 lead. Good start for Coach Busby's bunch from Agnes Scott. That'll bring on Kylie Thomas, the first-year player, Clarksville, Georgia. Takes a strike on the inside. Thomas 2 of 2 in the first ball game. 1 RBI in that contest. Swings at it, loops it out toward the shortstop Thorsten. Thorsten, she's there. And Thorsten gets the grab and the out for the Tigers. So 2 down here in the bottom of the first for the Scotties. That'll bring up Michaela Daly. Daly rips it past the shortstop. Thorsten can't pull it out of the hole. And Daly's going to be on board with a base hit. Hard slapped ball, left side, right between short and third. Thorsten now into the box. Pop up on the infield by Thorsten. And it's bobbled by Goodrum, the pitcher, and the runners will advance. Thorson will get on after the error by Goodrum, and over to third base goes Michaela Daly. So Goodrum not able to handle that easy pop-up. And the inning continues for the Scotties. Emma Thomas in the box now. She'll take a strike. And down to the second goes Thorson. And staying put at third is Daly. So 2 on now for Thomas. Thomas, 3 of 3 in the first ball game. Had 4 RBI. Swats at one, but lifts it foul right side. Thomas just so solid defensively and putting in some good bat work in that first ball game. Here's the pitch from Goodrum. That's on eye level and high. Thorson at second, Daly at third for the Scotties. Agnes Scott already with 2 in. Change up, lifted into left center, tracking it, and making the grab is the center fielder, Sam Dean, to end the inning for the Tigers. But the Scotties come away with 2 in that bottom of the first inning. They take a 2-0 lead as we get set to start the second here from Oakhurst Park. Stay with us. We head into the second inning here at Oakhurst Park. Scotties of Agnes Scott with a 2-0 lead over the Tigers of the University of the South, Sewanee University. And in the box now for the Tigers, Sarah Wright. Wright, 1 of 2 in their first ball game, had an RBI for the Tigers. Yates set to pitch. Wright steps out. This one swatted on and slapped through the middle for a base hit for Wright. Wright right on top of that fastball by Yates. Hit it right on the screws for the base hit. Michaela Walker now to the plate for the Tigers. Walker 1 of 2 in that first ball game. Right on first. Bunt attempt called a strike. Wright has to scramble back to first base. Only time these teams will meet during this year. This one slapped out to shortstop. Thorson box it, but can't make a play on it. Hard hit ball there by Walker to Thorson. hit with an error on that play. So Maggie Willis comes to the plate, the senior from Gainesville, Florida now for the Tigers with 2 on. Yates with the pitch. She squares the bunt, swatted at it, can't find it. Looking for it is Fitzgerald. Now she finally finds it. But the runners don't get to advance on that because the umpire is blocking that softball, so they'll have to go back to second and first. Willis in the plate, at the plate, takes the ball outside. 1-1 to count. Tigers trying to answer the 2 runs put up by the Scotties in the bottom of the first. Yates with the pitch, squaring the bunt, got it down nicely. You have to go to first for that 1 out there. Thomas covers for that, and the other 2 runners advance. Right over to third, and down the second goes Walker. So 1 down. And this is Spear, the sophomore, at the plate. Laid off, a nice offering there from Taylor Yates. This one fouled off by Spear to the backstop, so the count goes 1-1. Scotties came into this contest after a tough loss to the Eagles of Emory on Friday. Led most of the way of that ball game. Just could not hold the Eagles off in the last couple of innings. But hit the ball well in both series, Albany State and at Emory. And that has carried over into this afternoon. 13 hits in the first ball game. Pop fly down the left base sideline and out of play. Everybody giving it chase. Kimbrell and Thomas from the second base position, but neither able to run it down. More of a line drive versus a pop-up by Spear. So Yates ahead in the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. Runners at third and second. Strikeout would be ideal here. Pitch just a bit out of the zone. Count goes to 2-2. Playing tight at the corner is Kylie Thomas for the Scotties. And tight at the first base side is Kimbrell. This one's whacked away right side and out of play by Spear. So good battle shaping up here between Yates and Spear. There's a pitch. This one first base side and over the head of Kimbrell for a base hit right field. Throw comes back to the mound to Yates. And the Tigers get their first run of the ball game. Wright able to advance on the base hit in the right corner by Spear. And over to third goes Michaela Walker. So Spear with a big base hit. She scores right. Tigers of Sewanee up next to them. They have a 3-game homestand versus preseason SSA. They're in the Southern Athletic Association, the #1 team in that association. They'll host the Birmingham Southern Panthers. The Panthers are back-to-back SAA tournament champions, regional champs last year, and actually qualified for the Division III World Series. So they've got their hands full after they leave Decatur this afternoon. Pitch thrown high as Zoe Crockett, the sophomore, stands in. Takes ball one. Yates fires. Good job of framing there by Kaylee Fitzgerald from behind the plate, but not getting the call. One down. Top of the second. Scotties with a 2-1 lead. This one slapped back towards second. Thomas slides, shovels, and the play called safe down at second. So Walker scores on a slow hit ball to Emma Thomas at second. All she could do was not really fully get it out of the glove, was just try to pitch it over to Thorson. But the pitch was late. So safe at second is Spear, and down to first goes Crockett. That'd be ruled a base hit. Just a slow rolling ball out towards second. Hannah Judicki now at the plate. Squares the bunt. She missed. Fitzgerald came out of the squad. Spear was in between second and third. Called strike on the missed bunt attempt. One and one you count. And the pitch thrown high. Bunt, this one rolls foul. So Spear back to the box. Or Judicki, that is. Spear down at second base. Crockett at first. Swung on and missed by Judicki. So Yates retires her with a high fastball for out number 2. Go back to the top of the lineup now. Eve Borneas. And strike on the outside corner by Yates. Borneas hitless in game number 1. Got Spear down at second. And Crockett at first. This one slapped through the hole right past Thomas by second base. He'll go to the plate with the throw. And not in time by Fernandez on the throw. So scoring on the play was Jenna Spear, the sophomore. And the Tigers have taken a lead. Sam Dean. Strike on the corner by Yates. Yates with good velocity on the pitches. But Tigers right now answering that call, doing some good hitting. That one bounced up there by Yates. Good stop by Fitzgerald behind the plate. One and one count on the junior Dean. She swats it left side and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scotty's getting set to hit the road after today's contest. They play on the 26th and 27th of this month in Columbus, Mississippi in the Mississippi University for Women's Owls Invitational. They'll meet Mississippi Women's College for 2 and Washington University for 2 in that invitational over 2 days. Then it's down to LaGrange on March 2nd for their first conference matchup of the season for doubleheader action there. Doubleheader action against the Panthers of LaGrange. Next homestand March 14th as this one's popped into left field. Going out, giving chase, and the catch made in the corner. Nicely done by Mercedes Barker. But the Tigers of Sewanee University answer the 2 from the Scotties. They get 3 in the top of the second. They take the lead 3-2. We'll take a break. And Scotty's coming to the plate in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second now, Scotty's trailing 3-2 to the Tigers of Sewanee University. Mercedes Barker, our left fielder, stepping in now. Barker, 2 of 3 in game number 1 this afternoon. 3 RBI for her. And she takes a look at ball 2, that one thrown high by Kendall Goodrum. So Goodrum goes from high to low on that one and takes the count now. 3 balls, no strikes. Now she finds the strike zone there, does Goodrum, to take it to 3-1. Strike call there. Barker thought for sure that was ball 4. She tossed the bat and headed down the first base line. Take the count to full. Chopper, right field. Will it get down? It will, but it'll be a foul ball and out of play. Giving chase was Maggie Willis. Sharply hit ball by Barker. And she will come back to the box. So Barker retired.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion, yeah.
So Tori Kimbrell, the junior, her first spot of duty in this doubleheader, takes a strike. Her first plate appearance. Junior from Cummings, Georgia. Inside pitch and low from Goodrum. Sewanee with the 3-2 lead at the bottom of the second. This was chopped on and out of play by Kimbrell. One and two count to Tori. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the infield and diving for it out of the crouch position is Sarah Wright from the catcher's position and makes the catch. Kimbrell a bit fooled on that pitch. Way out front on it and popped it up. So two down here in the bottom of the second. And Kat Fernandez comes to the plate for the Scotties. Takes the first pitch low. Takes ball two now. Finally, Goodrum finds the strike zone. 1 and 2 count. 2 balls, 1 strike on Fernandez. Cat way out in front of that pitch, swinging over the top of it. So Fernandez now at 2 and 2. You play her straight away. And ball outside. Good eye there by Fernandez. So she will be on board with a walk. And that'll bring Gilbert back to the plate. Gilbert singled her first trip to the plate. She'll come up with Fernandez down at first and 2 down. Scotty's trailing 3-2. Goodrum with the pitch. Outside. Stunning day here in Decatur, Georgia. And swatted at for a strike. And down the second goes Fernandez under steal. So Gilbert doing a good job of protecting Fernandez on that steal. Took the strike. Count will be 1-1 on her. Flags in right center field just limp here as this one's fouled up behind the plate. And the fly out goes to the catcher, Sarah Wright. She got up under that softball and knocked it straight up in the air for out number 3. So the Scotties don't come away where they leave a man on base, still trailing at 3-2 as we get set to go to the top of the third. It's the Tigers of Sewanee University 3, Scotties of Agnes Scott 2. Take a break, back with the third. Top of the third here at Oakhurst Park. Tigers, Sewanee University, still in search of their first win of the season. Lost the first of the doubleheader today, 14-2, so they go to 0-11. Scotty's got their first win. They go to 1-4. But right now, top of the third, Tigers with a 3-2 lead. And in the batter's box is Perry Presswood, the senior from Soddy Daisy, Tennessee. This was on the ground, knocked down by Thorson at third, but no play. Tough play, even if she feels that cleanly. She was going to her right, away from the bag. I have to see how Robert Vogel scores that one in the scores book. It's going to be a base hit there for Presswood. She'll be aboard. As Sarah Wright steps in, now she steps out and she walks down the third base line to talk to Coach Merritt Yackey. Get some instructions here. Wright, 1 of 2 in the first ball game. And got a single her first trip up to the plate in the second. Presswood down at first, a pitch by Yates. Nice dig there by Fitzgerald from behind the plate. That ball was dying in the box. She's able to pick it out of there cleanly. 1 ball, no strikes. On Wright, the junior from Coopville, Washington. Outside, throw down the first. Scrambling back there is Presswood. Good strong arm there by Fitzgerald from behind the plate, hoping to catch her leaning. Yates fires. This one chopped on and foul. Take the count to 2-1. We're live from Oakhurst Park. Scotty's softball on the Scotty's Sports Network. Glad you could join us. Continuing coverage this year of all the home contests for the Scotties here in Decatur, Georgia. 3-1 count on Sarah Wright. Presswood still at first for Sewanee. This one chopped over the head and foul ball. Got it down the third base line. Would have been nothing Thomas could have done with that if it stayed fair. Scotties get a break. And that sends right back to the batter's box. Now the wind's starting to kick up just a bit here at the ball field. Full count. The pitch by Yates. Good change up, but did not get the call. Almost everybody here at Oakhurst Park thought that was over for the strike. But it wasn't for Brad Durden behind the plate. And that'll send right down to first base. So it's Presswood at second, right down the first. Yates stumbles with it, but she's able to pick it up and get Walker at first base for out number 1. But advancing on the play is Wright down the second and Presswood over to third. The senior, Maggie Willis, facing Yates. Yates with the pitch. This was chopped out to left field, coming in on that nice shoestring catch there in the corner by Barker. Barker had to charge in on that softball and caught it just below the knees. Good running catch by the first-year player from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. So 2 down. The Yates and the Scotties really trying to avoid another score by the Tigers, trailing 3-2. Runners at third and second for Sewanee University. At the plate, Jenna Spear, the sophomore. Fernandez playing very shallow in center. Swung on by Spear, missed on that first pitch. Nice heater coming from Yates. Get the sense that Fernandez thinks if that ball drops in front of her, she's going to take a shot at it at home plate. Yates looking for the corner on that pitch, didn't get it. Count goes to 1-1. Kimball tight at first. This one shot at first base, but out of play. So Spear down in the count now, 1-2. Scotties would be happy to get out of this without giving up another run. Yates with the pitch. This one's thrown up high and out of the strike zone. Yates with 3 strikeouts coming in today's play. Be a great opportunity here for number 4. Pitch chopped on in the right field's got a gap there. It'll get down. That'll score 2 Tigers. And rounding the second is Spear with a double. So Spear with a 2-bagger. She scores Presswood and Wright on the play. So the Tigers extend their lead to 5-2. Good battle by Spear against Taylor Yates. That trip at the plate. Zoe Crockett, the sophomore from Humboldt, Tennessee, in the box. Takes a strike on the corner. Top of the third, Tigers with 2 across. Change up by Yates, misses the strike zone. One and one count. There's a pitch by Yates. That one swatted out in the right field for another base hit. Coming toward the plate is Spear. She will score easily. And the Tigers push across run number 6. So Crockett with the base hit out in the right field. She'll pick up the RBI. So timeout on the field now. Coach Busby looks like she's going to make a pitching change here. 6-2 lead for the Tigers of Sewanee University. They chase Yates in this softball game. And we'll see who Coach Busby will go with. Looks like she's going to go with Sydney Strama, the junior from Bartlett, Illinois, to take over in the lineup on the mound. Take a break here. Scotty's Sports Network. Back live on the Scotty Sports Network here at Oakhurst Park. Line drive. Going to be foul ball. Judicki out in front of that pitch. As Strama, the junior, on the pitch now for the Scotties. So Yates only able to go 2 2/3 in this softball game. And Strama, the junior, taking over. Change up, ripped down the third base line, but foul ball. Judicki, the senior. Struck out her last time at the plate. 1-2 here. Strama, the pitch, change up, got her, call 3. Left her right there at the tracks. So Strama with a nice pitch there. They end the top of the third for the Tigers. But the Tigers come away with 3 in the third. They extend their lead to 6-2 over the Scotties. Take a break here on the Scotty Sports Network. Bottom half with the Scotties at the plate. Bottom of the third, Scotties coming to the plate, trailing at 6-2 to the Tigers of Sewanee University. It'll be Fitzgerald, Kaylee Thomas, and Michaela Daly to the plate for Coach Kerry Busby and the Scotties. Fitzgerald homered in the bottom of the first for the Scotties. Goodrum with the pitch. This one slapped out to center field. Did it get down? No. Chasing and tracking it right away was Crockett. Just a couple of steps to her left to make the catch. Hard hit ball by Fitzgerald, but comes away empty. First pitch in for a strike on Connie Thomas. And Goodrum in the dirt on the second. Count to 1-1. Thomas, just a little fly out to shortstop. Her first trip to the plate. This one swatted down to third. Good field by Prescott across the diamond. And they will get Thomas. So 2 down for Michaela Daly as she settles in. Got Presswood on that play for the Tigers at third base. Gailey swats it back over to Presswood again. She'll have another opportunity across the diamond, and she'll get her. So 2 ground balls to third base. Presswood takes care of those. Tigers push the Scotties out 3 up and 3 down as we get set to head to the top of the 4th. Scotties trailing the Tigers 6-2. Take a break. Top of the 4th. Scotties trailing the Tigers 6-2. Couple of defensive changes for Coach Busby and the Scotties. Mercedes Barker now moved in from left field. She will play shortstop. She and Thorson just exchange positions as Colleen goes out to left field. Eve Bornius, the sophomore, at the plate for Sewanee. Strama with the pitch. Inside with the fastball. Same zone, that one's off the mark as well. 2 balls, no strikes to Bornius. Scotty's back here at Oakhurst Park on March 14th as they meet Rhodes College in a doubleheader here from Oakhurst Park. Strike on the swing by Bornius. Good pitch from Strama. 2 balls, 1 strike now. And another good pitch from Strama as Bornius waves at that one. Count even at 2-2. That one off the plate. Strama went to the same pitch. Didn't get the call there. We're full at 3-2 now. Half swing there and a strike called. So Bornius retired on the strikeout. Kind of a half swing there by Bornius as she was caught up. Not real sure if the umpire called it on the swing or if it was just a strike. At any rate, 1 down for Strama and the Scotties. Good change up there by Strama. Got Sam Dean way out front on that pitch. Dean grounded out the third, her first trip to the plate. And it takes a call, strike 2 there from Strama. One down, top of the 4th. Waving at that one and missing is Dean, so she goes down. Back-to-back Ks by Sydney Strama now for the Scotties. That'll bring up Perry Preston, third baseman for the Tigers. Sarah Wright waits on deck. 2 down, 6-2 lead for Sewanee. Good pitch on the inside. Strama brought that one back across the plate. Some good action on the pitch that started on the inside. She has looked sharp the first 2 batters of this inning. Fitzgerald held it there for a second to get Brad Durden to take a look at it. He looked it off. Two down, 1-1 to count. This one swatted out to left field. Tracking it is Thorson. She's able to make the running catch in the corner to retire the side. So Sydney Strama, good half inning of pitching there. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. They lead at 6-2. Take a break and go to the bottom of the 4th with the Scotties coming to the plate. Back live against set to go to the bottom of the 4th. Changes for the Tigers defensively. Taylor Walker, the junior from LaVerge, Tennessee, will come on to do the pitching now. And going over to first base is Kendall Goodrum. So Goodrum went 3 for the Tigers. Gives it over now. Inserted in the lineup at the spot that Colleen Thorson would have been starting this inning at the plate. Full count. Here's the pitch. It's hanging tough is Smith as she fouls that one off right side. Bottom of the 4th, 6-2 lead for the Tigers. Here's the pitch by Walker. Again, on the ground, right side, but this time to the second baseman. Good play from the ground by Jadecki to fire at the first and retire Smith. Good battle at the plate by Smith, but she is retired. We're out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Ella Thomas, the senior, struts toward home plate. Change up on the inside, nicely placed by Walker for strike number 1. Bears again. Trying to find that same spot, this time a bit higher and tighter. That goes for a ball. This time she chases on the outside and finds the corner to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch deflection there by Michaela Walker. Trying to go out there again. Count to 2-2. Right. And Walker talking, trying to find that location. This Thomas in the right field for the base hit. Emma Thomas just so patient in the batter's box. She found a way to get a pitch that she could handle and pushed it out to right field for a base hit. Mercedes Barker now playing shortstop for the Scotties. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Takes the second pitch for a strike. Thomas down at first. Scotties really need to cut into this Tiger lead at 6-2. 1 down. Bounced up there on the curveball. Count to 1-2 on Barker. And she gets it left and rises it out to right field over the head of the right fielder, Willis. And that'll send Thomas over to third, and down at second with the double is Mercedes Barker. So Barker with the double. Keeps this line moving for the Scotties.
Okay. We hear you say, hey, Miss Carter. Say, hey, Miss Carter.
So Tori Kimball's going to give up her spot in the lineup now. And it will be Priestless Hicks, the first-year player from Alto, Georgia. Hicks. So Priestless Hicks, the first-year player in the box. Takes the ball outside. So Presley Hicks now in that box, going to go down and talk to Coach Busby. Timeout taken by the Tigers. Hicks, 4 of 9 batting for the Scotties. 3 singles and 1 double coming into today's action. 2 base on balls. On base percentage of 500. Lefty on lefty matchup. Swatted and back to the screen, foul. Make it count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Presley waits in the pitch. Outside, takes the ball. Barker down at second. And a low pitch gets away from right, but she's able to run it down. And Barker can't advance, but the count goes full to Presley. Fouls this one down the left base line, the third base line, and it goes foul. And finally, the battle is won by Walker. As Presley not able to connect with that low fastball. Out number 2. So up to Cat Fernandez now to see if she can push across Barker down at second. Chopped on and fouled. Count to 1-1 on Cat Fernandez. Change up, ripped out the left field, and foul ball. She got all of it, just couldn't keep it fair. So the count to 1-2. Scotty's got 2 in the first inning. Trail at 6-2 now, bottom of the 4th. Fouled on by Fernandez to stay alive. Walker with the pitch, swung on and missed by Fernandez. So Walker fans Hicks and Fernandez to end the bottom of the 4th. Score remains 6-2 for the Tigers. They will be coming to the plate after this timeout. Back live at Elkhurst Park, Decatur, Georgia. We go to the top of the 5th. Scotty's trailing the Tigers of Sewanee University 6-2. And the Tigers back at the plate. Sarah Wright, the junior, squares in. Sydney Strama on the mound. Good pitch from Strama. Strama replaced Yates in the 3rd, and she has been strong since her entry into the ball game. Chopped on. First base side and foul. base on balls her last trip to the plate. Had a single the trip before that. Here's the pitch from Strama. Outside corner. That one's tough to lay off. But Wright's able to do it. Count to 1-2. A wind and pitch by Strama. Good changeup. Pushes the ball down first base side. And winning that race easily to the bag is Presley Hicks for the Scotties. Good pitch from Sydney Strama. So they retire Wright. That'll bring the pitcher, Michaela Walker, to the plate for the Tigers. Walker has been on twice in this ball game, once by fielder's choice, the other error on the shortstop, Thorson. One down, top of the fifth. Pitch by Strama. This one high and out of the strike zone. Change up, popped up. Calling for it is Barker at shortstop, just behind the mound to make the catch. So 2 down for the Scotties. To the plate for the Tigers is Maggie Willis. Change up, good pitch by Strama, found the outside corner. Jumps ahead in the count, 0-1. Trying to find that same spot, this time this one in the dirt. Count goes to 1-1. Willis, the sacrifice bunt, her last trip up to the plate. Watches another pitch at the corner by Strama, lands for the strike. So Sydney Strama is doing a fabulous job since coming into the lineup for Coach Busby. Pop back to the mound. It may fall. No, chasing it is Hicks, and she runs it down for the grab. Strama had given up on it, but Presley kept coming and able to make the catch for the Scotties. And in the top of the fifth for the Tigers. Score remains 6-2. Scotties coming to the plate. Bottom of the fifth, time getting away from the Scotties. They trail it 6-2. Kirsten Gilbert, the sophomore, into the batter's box now. Swats one, got it through left side for a base hit. Full swing that time by Gilbert, opposite field base hit. And the sophomore is aboard at first base. Normally see her just kind of swatting at it to kind of get it on the ground and get it into play, but that time able to make good contact on that softball, got it through for the base hit. Fitzgerald in the box now. Got a hard line out to left fielder last trip to the plate. Homered in the first. Lays off a high pitch. Going down to second is Gilbert. She's in there safely with the steal for the Scotties. So Gilbert with the steal. That's her 6th of the season. Now in scoring position. And Fitzgerald at the plate takes a strike. Pop up, going out towards center field. Dean circles under it and grabs it for the Tigers. Gilbert has to hold at second. So Fitzgerald unable to advance Gilbert on the fly out to center field. That'll bring up Kylie Thomas. And Kaylee takes a look at ball number 1, and that's low and inside. Kylie Thomas got a seeing eye base hit right past the second baseman. Coming to the plate now is Gilbert. She'll score for the Scotties. Good piece of base running there by Kirsten Gilbert. That ball hit on the opposite side by Thomas. Got past the second baseman, Judicki. And Gilbert on the run just kept going, and she scores. So it'll be an RBI for Thomas. And the Scotties cut that lead in half, 6-3. Michaela Daly in the box. Takes the first pitch for a strike. That one outside. Grounded out to third, her last trip up. And got it past Prescott at third. And she runs it down the line and beats the throw. Prescott at third elected to let that softball roll past her. And by the time it got to the shortstop, Borneus, she couldn't make the play. So things rolling well for the Scotties here in the bottom of the 5th. Daly down at first. Thomas down at second. And Gilbert has already scored for the Scotties. So it'll be Megan Smith back into the batter's box. Popped on the infield, and that one will get out of play just to the right of the Tigers dugout. Smith behind in the count, 0-1. Walker with the pitch, change up, pooped out there towards second. It'll bounce. Got past the second baseman, and looks like everybody's going to be safe, and they will. Just a little pooch hit out there. by Megan Smith. Jadicki was chasing it towards second base, just not able to get there in time. And it fell harmlessly behind second. So the bases are loaded now for Emma Thomas. Big break there for the Scotties. Very catchable ball there by Jadicki. Just not able to get to the right spot. We'll put that down as a base hit, so you have back-to-back base hits, or actually back-to-back-to-back base hits by the Scotties now. So that's going to put Thomas at third, Bailey down to second, and Smith over at first. And Thomas singled her last time up. She's getting set to come to the plate for Coach Busby and the Scotties. Looks like we may have some kind of lineup change. Coach Busby talking to Brad Durden. And Coach Yackey is out at the mound for Sewanee. It's like Kendall Goodrum is going to go back on the mound for the Tigers to pitch for them. So Goodrum takes Walker's spot on the mound. We'll see where they place her. So saw Goodrum in the first ball game. Thomas, the senior. Big situation for her as she comes to the plate. Bases are loaded for the Scotties. Chance for them, if they can clear them, to take a lead. Here's the pitch from Goodrum. That one's low. So Thomas, you know she's going to be patient this trip at the plate. She always is. Takes that first pitch for a ball. And Thomas looks at the first strike. Taking all the way on that one. Now they're set. 1-1. Another low pitch from Goodrum. 2 balls, 1 strike. One down. Scotty's already pushed one across here in the bottom of the 5th. Chopper, left side and foul. Thomas ahead of that pitch. Way out front. Single to the right side in the 4th. This time on the ground. To the shortstop, to the plate. And they will get Thomas there at the plate on the force out. Good throw from the shortstop, Borneus. So 2 down now, base is still loaded. Mercedes Barker, the first-year player, takes the first pitch for a strike. 1-1. Barker has shown some power in this game. Had a 2-bagger in the 4th inning. Swings on it. Guy trying to get it out in right field. Sliding, can't make the catch. It's down on the surface. 2 Scotties score here. And misplayed by the center fielder, Sam Dean. Dean not able to pull that in. She was on the run. So Barker down at second. Barker with the double. Drives in 2. And Presley Hicks, first-year player, back in the box. Made a good defensive play, top half of this inning. Swats at 1 down to first base line and fielded there for out number 3 by Michaela Walker. But the Scotties come away with 3 in the bottom of the 5th to make it a 6-5 ball game. Tigers still with the lead, and they will be coming to the plate when we start the 6th from Oakhurst Park. Take a break here on the Scotty Sports Network. Go to top of the 6th now. Spear in the batter's box for the Tigers of Sewanee University. They lead at 6-5. Sydney Strama took over the pitching duties for the Scotties in the 3rd. She has been magnificent. This time she delivers high. Count goes to 1-1. Spear doubled in the 3rd. And that was off of Yates before she departed the softball game. Good frame up there by Fitzgerald, but no call. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch from Strama. Good change of pace on the pitch. Just did not get a call on the inside. Count is 3-1. And here's the pitch. Swatted out to center field. Fernandez over the shoulder grab out in center field. Initial look from Fernandez like she was late getting a start on that ball, but able to track it back about 4 or 5 yards, running toward the fence line to make the grab. So 1 down now as Zoe Crockett, the sophomore, comes back to the plate. Crockett singled her last time up. And that was in the 3rd inning. Takes a call, strike 1. Off the end of the bat, that squibber rolls foul down the first baseline. So Strama quickly ahead on Crockett. No balls, 2 strikes. Strama trying to see if she can't get Crockett to offer on that one. That one thrown low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down. We're at the top of the 6th. Strike 3 called. Just froze Crockett in the box. Good off speed by Strama. So Strama with 3 strikeouts since entering the ball game for the Scotties. Jadicki now, the senior, looks at ball 1. Actually, 4 strikeouts for Strama. Jadicki was the first of those 4. Change up on the outside. Good looking pitch from Strama. Jadicki, last 2 trips to the plate, she struck out. Pop up right field, Gilbert coming on, and she overplayed it. Overran the ball and just misjudged it. She was charging in, did not stop, and the ball actually played off her glove and behind her. So the error by Gilbert sees Jadicki at first base. Eve Bornius, shortstop, now at the plate. Inside corner strike. Good pitch from Sydney Strama. Strama popping leather. Pop up on the infield. Presley gives chase, and Hicks again with a play behind the mound to end the inning. So Hicks looking very impressive defensively with another running catch to end the inning. 6-5, Scotties trail, bottom of the 6th. See what they can do here in this frame. Take a break on the Scotties Sports Network. Bottom of the 6th we go. Kat Fernandez. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Fernandez struck out her last time at the plate in the bottom of the fourth. This time she pops it up and out of play. One and one to count. Scotties need a base runner. Change up and a good pitch there by Goodrum. Count goes to 1-2. Fernandez way out in front of that pitch. Two. And the count goes to full now. Fernandez walked in the second inning. And a walk would be just as good as a hit here. 3-2 pitch. Foul tipped by Fernandez to stay in there. Scotties won the first of the doubleheaders, 14-2. Trailing here, 6-5. This one popped up out the center field. Circling and making the grab is Dean. So Fernandez flies out to center. And that'll bring Kirsten Gilbert back to the plate.
Gotta be handy with the steal, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
So Gilbert, the sophomore from Macon, Georgia, scored her last time at the plate after getting on with a single. Tries to bunt her way on this trip. That one's fouled behind the plate. Gilbert fouls this one back to the backstop. Kristen Gilbert trying to get on. Added 2 more steals to her total over the course of the day. And she looks at a ball. One and two the count on Gilbert. Taps it. This one rolls foul again. Had good contact there. Last time she hit it the opposite field between short and third. Count remains 1-2. Pokes it out and got a base hit up right behind second base. So Kristen Gilbert, she's going to take off, headed to second base. Not sure why she was in a position to take off for second base there. Not sure what she saw there, but easily picked off by Goodrum, who had the ball and just threw it down to second base. And Jadecki put the tag on Gilbert. This time over to the shortstop and across the diamond. Field made by Barnius, and Barnius throws out Fitzgerald for the Scotties. So Gilbert on an awkward play after a base hit took off for second. She gets picked off down there. And then Fitzgerald grounds out to the shortstop to end the bottom of the sixth for the Scotties, who come away empty. Still trailing at 6-5. We go to the top of the seventh. Back live at Oakhurst Park in Decatur, Georgia. Scotty's trailing 6-5. Sydney Strama on the mound. Since coming into the ball game in the third inning, she's faced 11 batters, 4 strikeouts, and has not given up a hit. This one popped into left field, chasing it, and on the catch is Colleen Thorson. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Strama and the Scotties. In the top of the 7th for Sewanee. Presswood in the box, takes a strike from Strama. So Strama has just been lights out for the Scotties since coming on. 3 1/3. That one a bit high in the zone to Presswood. Presswood flew out to left field her last time up. And just off the plate with that offering. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sydney with the pitch. Late call, but it got it out of Durden. 2-2 on the breaker on the inside. Big pitch here. 2-2 offering. That one just off the plate. The count goes to full. That one's going to fall in for the base hit. Just got it out there over shortstop and into left field. So a good piece of hitting there by Presswood, the senior. And Strama gives up her first base hit since coming in. So back-to-back balls now to Strama by Strama as she faces Sarah Wright. Presswood down at first. 1 down, top of the 7th. Fouled out of play, right side by Wright. Take the count to 2-1 now. Good ground ball. Going to be a double play candidate here. Count now at 3-1. So Wright draws the walk, and that'll send Presswood down to second. At the plate for the Tigers, Michaela Walker. So it's Presswood down at second. Right at first. Strike on the corner by Strama to Walker. Upped on and missed, fouled back. So Strama quickly ahead of Walker. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch from Strama. Change up, hit on the ground, the shortstop. They get the lead runner at third. Nicely done at short. Barker fielded it cleanly and got it over to Thomas for the lead out. So 2 down. And on the bags now. Sarah Wright at second and at first is Michaela Walker. In the box, Maggie Willis, the senior. Neither of the players on the pads right now run that well. Ground ball to first. It's a foot race. Now flipped to the bag for out number 3. Thomas covered nicely. Presley fielded cleanly and got the toss over to Thomas to end the top of the 7th for the Tigers of Sewanee. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Chance here for the Scotties. Pick up a couple of runs and win this ball game. They trail it 6-5. Take a break with the Scotties coming up bottom of the 7th. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Final chance here for the Scotties. Trailing by 1, 6-5. Kylie Thomas, first in the box. Looks at ball 1. Scotties won the first ball game 14-2. This one a lot tighter, but a chance for the Scotties here on their final at bat. This one chopped to third, bobbled by Presswood. Fires across the diamond on the stretch, and they get Thomas. Presswood able to keep that softball in front of her. Picked it up and fired for the put out of Thomas. So 2 more chances here for the Scotties. This is Michaela Daly. Daly takes a strike on the first pitch. Daly singled her last time to the plate. Hits this one out to center field. Tracking it and making the grab for the Tigers is Sam Dean. So Daly pushed it out to center field for out number 2. So Megan Smith, she will be called back to the bench now. And Coach Busby's going to substitute her with Janie Howington. Janie cleared the bases on a 3-1 shot in the first ball game. being asked to do something big here with just 1 out left. Bottom of the 7th, Scotty's trailing by 1. 3-run blast in game 1. We'll just continue this inning here for the Scotties. Presswood and Goodrum confer. Play has stopped for a moment. Coach Busby talking to the umpire just behind home plate. Looks like Coach Yackey from Sewanee kind of jump in this conversation as well. Howington set the bat. I don't believe there's anything wrong with the change that was made with Howington being inserted into the lineup. Assistant coach Marty Hutchinson kind of joining in that conversation as well, or listening in. Try to see if we can get understanding about what's going on here. Don't know if there's any kind of contest as it relates to the substitution. Scotty's back here at Oakhurst Park on the 14th of March. They'll host the Lynx of Road College in doubleheader action. We'll have that coverage for you here on the Scotty Sports Network. But a lot of softball for them in between that return date here to Oakhurst. 26th and 27th there in Columbus, Mississippi for the Mississippi University Women's Invitational. They'll meet Mississippi University for Women's Owls and Washington University in St. Louis in 2 days of softball action. Then on March 2nd, they play the LaGrange Panthers in a doubleheader down in LaGrange. So whatever the conference was about seems to have been sorted out here now. Howington set to get into the box. 2 out here for the Scotties in the bottom of the 7th. Howington against Goodrum. First pitch swung on by Howington. She was trying to go the distance on that one, just did not, just foul tipped it to the back of the screen. Down to the last out here for the Scotties. Inside pitch is low. So Howington lays off of that. Count goes to 1-1. Goodrum with the pitch. This one fouled off again by Howington. Trying to catch up with her. She liked the pitch, just not able to catch up with that one fully. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Janie steps back in. Swung on and missed. So Howington strikes out, and that ends the ball game. Scotties got close, cut it to 6-5 going into the 7th, but just not able to turn the corner completely. So they split here at Oakhurst Park. Tigers win the second one 6-5, and the Scotties win the first one 14-2. So the Scotties will go to 1-5 on the season. Yet to get into conference play, won't do that until March the 2nd. And the Tigers of Sewanee, they pick up their first win of the campaign. They go to 1-11 on the season. for Coach Yankee and the Tigers. So Scotties split it with the Tigers 14-2 and 6-5. That will do it for our coverage here of Scotties softball on this day of a doubleheader with the Tigers of Sewanee University. Scotties back in action on the 26th and 27th on the road, and then on March 2nd in LaGrange. We'll be back here on the 14th of March, that's a Monday, hosting the Lynx of Rhodes College. Hope you'll plan to join us then. Until then, special thanks go out to President Ladocia Zach at Agnes College, Athletics Director Markeisha Henderson, Camera Jenkins, Assistant AD for Operations and Campus, Mr. Robert Vogel, Assistant AD for Communications, and to W.A.N.E. Walker and Christina Girl TV for their production of today's ball game. On behalf of all of us here at Agnes College, Charles Ward saying thanks so much for joining us this afternoon, and we'll see you back here on the 14th of March at Oakhurst Park.